What's going on? It's Andrew here with Skyvern, and today I'm going to show you how to do unlimited local lead gen using the Skyvern Browser AI tool. So we're going to be using it in combination with Make.com and several other modules here. So what this automation does is if you are a company that serves local companies, let's say companies that you could find on Google Maps, so lawyers, accountants, the real estate agents, pretty much anyone who shows up on Google Maps, this automation will allow you to contact them at scale with your offer. So how this works is it's triggered by Slack. So let's say you have a private Slack channel and you send a message of, I want to reach out to accountants in Tampa, Florida. What it's going to do is it's going to take this message and go into ChatGPT here, and it's going to format the input in a way that can be easily understood by the next node in the sequence, which is SERP API. So what we're doing with SERP API is we're taking this query that we formatted, and we're going to do a Google Maps search with that query. So in this case, let's say it was accounting firms in Tampa. We'd search for that in SERP API. It would give us a bundle of 20 plus businesses that match that criteria. Then what it'll do is it'll take that bundle and run it through the iterator so that we can process them one at a time. It'll add them to a Google Sheet, one row at a time. It'll find those, it'll go and find the website from each of these companies. And then in Skyvern, we're actually going to reach out to them via their website with a lead generation message. So it's really cool, and I'll show you a quick demo of how it works. So we're going to start with the Slack module here. Earlier, I sent accounting firms in Tampa as the query. So now we're going to run it. You can see here it goes through the ChatGPT module, the message, accounting firms in Tampa. It outputted the Tampa accounting firms. Not a huge change there. So now SERP API did a search for Tampa accounting firms. And then we can see the local results here. These are all accounting firms in Tampa, Florida. We see you have 20 options here. So next, what it'll do is it's going to go to the iterator, and it's going to parse out each of these individual bundles, add them to your Google Sheets, which you can see here. It's uploading Google Sheets. We've got the search query, we've got the company, and we've got the company website here. Now, I just went with the first page. You can do as many pages as you want. I did just one page just for simplicity. But you can see here it's going to continue to add all of the accounting firms that we found. Next, what it's going to do is it's going to go and search for those accounting firms so that we can pull out the website URL. Now, what we're going to do with the website URL is we're going to put it in Skyvern. And you can see here, we're having Skyvern go to this website that we just pulled. And the job is to go and find the contact form on the website and fill in the provided information. So my name, email, phone, message. This is just a test. This is where you put your actual, your actual message. Like, hey, I noticed you're an accounting firm. We serve accounting firms in this way. We'll have to chat if it makes sense. You can send that kind of message. And then there's a few other steps that you include here as well. So now if we actually go to Skyvern, we'll see that all of these jobs, all these contact forms are just queued up. So now we see Skyvern visiting the website. It's analyzing the page, finding the contact form, scrolling down to it, and we're going to see it fill out the contact details here at the bottom. And just for the sake of this demo, it's quite sped up. Typically, it's going to be anywhere from 3 minutes on the low end to maybe 8 or 9 minutes on the high end per contact form. But it all runs asynchronously, so you don't necessarily need to be on the be logged in or wait for this to get done. So you can see it also filling in the details here. It's going to show us that success detail at the bottom. And yeah, super powerful platform. So now that we've seen Skyvern in action, and you can see how powerful it is, we're going to actually make this together. So let's go back to make.com. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make, whatever trigger, wherever you want to send the query from. So it could be Slack, it could be Telegram, it could be email. But for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to make it let's make it Slack. We'll watch private channel messages. So what I was just suggesting here is to make a private channel in your Slack and then connect that here. So let's go and find example private channel. Let's go to the Skyvern Outreach Agent and we'll save it. From now on, save. Okay, perfect. So now we got our Slack channel here, our Slack trigger. Next, what we're going to do is run it through OpenAI. And what we're going to want to do here is format the input from Slack in a way that will be easily understood when we're actually passing this through over to SERP API. So use just for a mini. Start with assisting prompts. You are a helpful text search query formatting assistant. Your role is to take in a string as an input and output a cleanly formatted search query that will be input into Google Maps search. So you do I'll just usually do examples as well. So example input, let's say, find me lawyers in New York City, please. The example desired output, New York City lawyers or law. So now what we do is once we have the system prompts, we're going to do a user prompt as well, just so it understands it. So let's take the same one. Here's the user, find those in New York City. We're going to now add the assistant prompts, New York City. And just give an example there. So now we'll save that. And now let's actually test this. So I'm actually going to go to Slack, and I'm going to go find to the Skyvern Outreach Agent. So let's say we want to search for insurance companies. Please make me a list of insurance companies in Boston. Just search that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run this with the sample data. Save it first, obviously. Open it up. Save. Now I'm going to go to choose where to start. I'm going to choose manually. I'm going to look for that query we just made. And now let's test it out. Oh, I didn't even give it the need to actually give it the parameters. Test user, please. Here. We want to take that text from Slack and put it in here. And we'll remove that. And yeah, now we'll try it. Try it once more, choose where to start. Go back to the query. Now we'll search again. And now the output should be Boston insurance companies or insurance. So looks good. I'm gonna change it's got to be and. Actually, I'm not gonna confuse it. I'm gonna remove the Boolean there. Let's call it lawyer. So that should make things a little more simple there. So let's try it again. Once more. Now I should just output that format that we wanted. Boston insurance companies. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to attach our SERP API node here. SERP API, I want to do search Google Maps. Connect to your SERP API account, and the search query is going to be the result that we just got from ChatGPT. So that's all you really need to do here. For the sake of this example, I'm going to leave the pagination limit at 1, so we just pull the first page results and save it. Now let's run this again and see what we get. Run this module only. Just pull this out. Let's test it here. See what it comes back with. Local results. Now you see we get a bunch of insurance companies located in Boston, Massachusetts. So this is great. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to want to put these through an iterator so we can process them one at a time. So let's go to iterator. We're taking a single array and putting it into a bunch of bundles. So we're going to take the local results and just paste it here. Now it's going to iterate through all those results. And we're going to also add a Google Sheet, add a row to our local lead gen lead sheet here. So let me copy this. Select from all, insert the present spreadsheet ID. And then we'll just find this sheet name here. Yes, the table contains headers. And now this is where we actually input the data that we want to include. So the search query is going to be, where is it? It's going to be here in the, there you go, the queue. The company is going to be over here in the iterator. So I'm going to find the company name, the title here, and the company website is going to be website. You can add more fields if you want to, but just for the sake of this example, this is all we need. So I'm going to save this. And now let's try running it again and see what we get. So I'm going to take this again, choose where to start. Obviously, in the actual run, you would be triggering the Slack on a time trigger. This is just for the sake of the example that we're going to choose manually from our repository of messages. So let's run it again. You can see it's adding all of the 20 that we just received. So you can see here, Boston Insurance Companies was the query. These are the different insurance companies. And here are their actual websites. So that's dope. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to want to do another Google Sheets. We want us to search rows. Same spreadsheet ID. Paste this here. We're just getting the spreadsheet. Grab the sheet name. And then all we're basically doing is just saving that. See, yeah. So let's run it once. No. So that goes now we can search the rows that we got. So now we can pull the actual the URLs that we put into this sheet. And now what we want to do is add our Skyvern modules. So let's go to Skyvern. We're going to do run a task v2. No, run a task v2. You make sure you're connected to your Skyvern account. This is where we have our prompt. It'll say something like your job is to visit the URL provided and find the contact page, fill out the contact form with the provided payload, and submit the form. Make sure to solve any CAPTCHAs along the way. You are successful when you successfully submit the contact form. All we want to do is we want to add some parameters and fields. So you are to use this payload for form fields. So name, Andrew, email, gmail.com, phone. I'm just making up numbers here. Message. Hi. This is a marketing message. A lot of these forms will have like inquiry types. So inquiry type, just like partnership or other. Then we'll usually specify if there are fields that you don't know how to answer, just make something up. Okay, I don't usually do this, but this is just for the sake of this example. What I recommend you do is get a sense of all the different types of contact form fields in the niche that you're looking to reach out to, and then just add as much of those details as possible. So, yep. And the URL here is going to be the company website that we just got, our search Google Sheets. And the webhook callback URL, this is where Skyvern will let you know once it's actually done. What you should do is create a webhook in a separate make.com scenario, and then paste that ID here. And for max iterations override, I recommend setting it to 5, 10 max. What this does is it will basically limits the number of steps that Skyvern will take in order to try to accomplish this goal of filling out the form. So if it hits 5 and it hasn't accomplished the goal, then it's going to stop and go to the next task. And why this is important is Skyvern is you're charged per task and charged per page in Skyvern. It's 10 cents per page, so you don't want to you don't want to let it kind of do a bunch of tasks and get confused and then get stuck on a single run, because it will do that sometimes. So I recommend just setting it to 5 or 10. 10 is a little safer. Or 5 is safer, but 10 is more likely to be successful. And the proxy location you just set residential. Now we will save it. And we have completed the automation. So now all that's left is to test it out. So let's grab that query again. Insurance company. So we're going to run that. Oh, right. I didn't put the website here. Oh, I need to put the website. Oh, I need to buy some more credits. Okay. So now let's run it again. So choose where to start, choose manually. I recommend doing this for testing. It's great. You can choose exactly which message you want to use for testing purposes. Now we'll run it. Now we can see Skyvern is taking the details. So the URL, the prompt, everything else. And if we log to Skyvern here, you see some queued tasks. We'll just let these finish. So we can see it added a few duplicates here, but see it's added quite a few details here for the insurance companies, and it's queued up some tasks here. It's going to start running through these, and it's going to start filling out the contact forms, messaging them, and yeah, it's local lead gen on steroids. Skyvern is a super powerful tool for lead generation and any type of browser automation sort of functionality. And yeah, it's a super cool company. So that's how you do unlimited local lead gen using Skyvern. Thanks for joining, and talk to you soon. Until next time. And if you want to get the make.com templates, they will be in the video description to sign up for Skyvern. The details will also be in the description as well.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.